Hi, interns. Thank you for your time going through the orientation modules. I hope we have answered a lot of questions that you have. This also might have stirred up some questions that you didn't know you had. And so we want to make sure that you can join us as we collectively get together and answer any questions that you have. Caitlin really wants to make sure that she is available to you and that you don't feel isolated out in Colorado or Virginia or Kentucky or even in central Illinois. We want to make sure that you are connected. So please email your classmates, as you go through rotations. Text your classmates if you want to bounce some ideas off of them of, hey, I'm giving a presentation on diabetes education. What do you think about this? You are a team. And so I really encourage you not to feel alone, but to start making those connections now. Also, Caitlin, we plan to have some open office hours. I know she has some she probably already had scheduled. I'm available through phone, email as well. So let us know what questions pop up along the way. As you reflect on everything that you have learned through the orientation modules, I know it's a lot. So take time, let it sink in, but just some pieces of advice as you continue throughout the internship. It's important to focus. It's important to know why you are here. You probably had a goal to become a registered dietitian. Caitlin and I are here to help make that happen. And you should congratulate yourself for being here now, ready to take on an internship. It's going to be a lot of work. You're going to be busy, and time management is really going to be key. If you don't already have a system of figuring out how to organize the 10 things on your to-do list while you are adding 12 more, now is the time to figure that out. If you go to the stores, there's a lot of great sales on school supplies, which also includes some calendars, some planners, some organizers. Figure out what works for you. Is it a paper planner? Is it a digital calendar? Is it Post-it notes on a wall? I have done all those before. And in different times in my life, all of those worked. But you need to figure out what is going to work right now for you. I know talking with other interns who have had issues of time management, we talk through what works. One of them I know got a huge bulletin board so she could post stuff in her apartment at home so she knew what was due at what time. Another student got a particular app on a phone. In your 402 class, I'm going to do a module on email management and Trello, which is an online project management system. Maybe that's something you want to look into. Having something in front of you, the handwritten to-do list that you cross off, for a lot of individuals, that works best. So again, reflect, try to figure out what's going to work best for you. But my biggest piece of advice as you start a new rotation site is to have something to take notes on. And that's probably not going to be a laptop because you're going to be walking around with your preceptor and maybe it's just grabbing a little pad of paper, those little ones with a spiral bound, and start taking notes. Second thing is to reread those notes. I've also had an intern who preceptor said took amazing notes and was always jotting stuff down, asking questions, but then never reread the notes and would always have to re-ask those same questions that the preceptor had already answered. So when you take notes, spend some time in the evening reviewing those notes, going through your to-do list and thinking, what are you going to prioritize the next day to make sure that you get everything done? The other thing is to make sure you have time for yourself. You're busy, you have family and friends as well, so do take that time for yourself. And that's why prioritizing your to-do list, you've got 402, you have rotations to balance out, you have your next semester of rotations to figure out as well. So you want to make sure that you really maximize your time of work during the day, but also it's important to take that time for yourself. I did want to mention some things about preceptors. They are all volunteering their time. They do not get paid by us to be your preceptor. You are representing Illinois State University. So please be cognizant of that as well. If they're all going out for happy hour Friday night at 5 p.m., you might want to consider passing on joining them. You also want to remember that they have their own job to do and precepting you. They are going through training to be a preceptor of our program, and they understand the competencies that you need to complete, but you need to probably help them along with, hey, I am capable of doing this. Could I help you with that? So never hesitate to ask a preceptor, approach them, take initiative. And don't just wait for a preceptor to tell you to do something. The best evaluations from students are those that preceptors say the interns just stepped up, they saw what needed to be done, and got it done well. You are part of a team. Don't just feel like an intern when you are at a rotation site, but truly you are a member of a team, and they're going to treat you like that if you participate and become that team member. I know you might be only at a rotation site for a couple weeks, a month, 2 months at most, and so it's important to kind of go through that orientation, familiarize with yourself with people, jot down people's names as quickly as possible. That will allow you to feel more comfortable and participate in meetings as well. Something that I want you to do now when my video is over is take some time to write 5 goals for yourself during the next 9 months. They can be about anything. I encourage you to for professional goals, but I want you to write down those 5 goals, and I want you to tuck that sheet of paper away someplace. And then upon graduation, we'll ask you to pull that out again and to look at those goals and to be able to reflect on how much you learned, how much you grew during this internship program. I am so excited to read your logs, to read about what you're doing, to hear from preceptors about the exciting things that you are doing, and to hear from Caitlin as well. Please stay connected with us, stay connected with each other, and that is going to help you succeed even further. Let us know what we can do to help, and have fun.